Leo, welcome to your reading. So before I do next week's readings, we're actually going to have a new moon hit. It's going to hit Sunday in my time zone. So I'm pulling here the Moonology cards, and the card that came out for you is your commitment is being tested. So let's find out a little bit more about what that means for you, Leo. So I'm going to start here with the modified Celtic cross. And I'm just going to lay out all your cards before I start interpreting. So let's find out about your past. Let's find out about your strength. Find out about your near future. Let's find out what you need to know. So I'm getting a lot of fire energy here, which is not a surprise. I just did the Aries reading and was getting something very similar. So I have a feeling all three fire signs are going to kind of be in alignment this week. Yeah, I'm getting very strong Aries energy. So you could be dealing with an Aries, don't have to be. More fire. So looking at the bottom of the deck here, I'm getting the King of Cups in reverse. So there is something, it's actually already lining up with your commitment is being tested. There's something here with another person that kind of has you in a little bit of a headspace. You're in your own headspace. Before I get into interpreting the cards, the message that I'm getting is that you're feeling very conflicted right now when it comes to a specific person, a specific relationship. So take it as it resonates, but it feels like you're on the verge of, do I continue or don't I? You're not necessarily in that headspace yet, but it feels like it wouldn't take much to get you there. So let me start interpreting for you. So we've got the Emperor here, which again, the card of Aries, but it's also somebody who is kind of set in their ways. Somebody who, but not necessarily in a bad way. They're very structured. They like things a certain way. But what I like about that energy is that this is a movement forward. And that is actually all fire energy. Fire energy does have the tendency to propel you forward. So the Hangman came out in reverse here, clarifying that energy. So if that is describing you or the person you're with, this is you moving forward, or this is that relationship moving forward. You are being focused. You're being guided to focus on, really, I always see this as the card of perception, the Five of Cups. So it can represent sadness or disappointment, but I don't think that's what the universe wants you to focus on. What's coming through, and what does come through more often than not with this card, is perception. So if you look at the card, the person is so focused on all the cups that have spilled over that she doesn't even realize that there's one full behind her, and that one is actually flowing. So there is this whole perception of being able to kind of see that bigger picture. I look in your past, and there was a relationship here that you thought would work and that didn't. And that's kind of part of where your headspace is. You're afraid of something like that happening again. But your strength is this overcoming this Five of Swords, whatever anxiety or whatever kind of has you in your headspace. You have the ability to move through it. You're one of those people that can take a situation and you don't get stuck in it forever. You have the ability to kind of force yourself to kind of process and move on with your life. I am seeing here in your near future, this is the Justice card in reverse, but what's actually coming across right now is mirror images. There's something about your perception, and you're seeing one side of it, but there's a flip side you're not seeing. That's what you need to focus on. That's your near future. There's something here with your perception and not seeing things clearly. What else you need to know is this Temperance. So Temperance, the card of Sagittarius, this is coming through as balance, which is really interesting because that's usually what justice stands for. Temperance has that too, to an extent. There's a lot of yin yang here, and you can actually see it when you, maybe it's not quite so clear in these images, but I've seen it in others where it's a little bit more clear. It's a yin yang type of thing, where it's a balancing of strengths and weaknesses. And that's a lot of what this relationship represents. It's a lot of that. You are still in this hermit mode where you're still analyzing and thinking everything through, but that's a good thing because your perception, you're not seeing things clearly. You're seeing a reverse. You're seeing the opposite of what's actually happening, and you need to move past that. Here I am getting the King of Wands in reverse in your hopes or fears, and that's again about a movement forward. So you do have this concern about whether or not this relationship has the ability to move forward. That's where your commitment's being tested. Because I'm seeing it here again in the outcome position. So this Ace of Wands in reverse is coming across as, this is somebody that has been around for a little while. And this is somebody that you don't want things to end with. So that's actually going to propel you through this. Whether you believe it, whether you recognize it right now or not, that's something that's actually going to help you get through this. Is that desire to stay with this person and to start seeing the bigger picture is actually what's going to put you in a better space. Tell you about the Hanged Man in reverse. Okay. So, So this person right now, and again, this is your current headspace. So this is where you're not sure of the direction of this relationship. That's coming through pretty clearly. Now, over here, I had the King of Cups in reverse as your overall energy. I'm getting the Queen of Cups in reverse, and I'm also getting the Nine of Cups in reverse, which indicates to me that this is you trying to figure out whether or not this person, this relationship is what you want it to be. But at the same time, you don't want it to end. But again, I'm not sure about this relationship and the potential here. That's your current energy. So that's a fleeting energy. That's never, all energy is fluid. So Five of Cups is being clarified by the Judgment card. So focusing on the perception, and really it's coming to that decision and knowing that you're finally seeing things correctly, that you're finally making this decision to look at things from the bigger picture, from the true picture, and not just your one-sided perception of it. Tell me about the Four of Wands. I'm getting the King of Wands in the upright. Interesting. So in the past, there was somebody that you were pretty passionate about, and you actually, I'm getting a lot of physical. I'm not getting a lot of emotional. There was a lot, you were very active together. You did things together. You enjoyed the same hobbies and interests. And that's where you really thought this was going to last because you had so much in common with this person. But what really happened was it wasn't sustainable because the person didn't fulfill you. Tell me about this Five of Swords. Yeah. Five of Swords clarified with the Two of Swords. So the Five of Swords in reverse is clarified with the Two of Swords. So again, you're sitting at a crossroads and you're trying to figure out your headspace and which way you're going to go. I still see that Ace of Wands in reverse as the driving force behind you, your decision making. So let's find out about this Justice card. Yeah, okay. You're seeing challenges and obstacles that aren't there. That's what's clarifying this Justice in reverse, where I said you're seeing mirror images. You're seeing the opposite of what's really happening. You're seeing challenges and obstacles where none exist. Let's find out about Temperance. So I'm getting the Seven of Pentacles in reverse. Very interesting because that's coming through as a divine timing. So this, if you feel like you're sitting in this stagnant energy right now because you're in this kind of headspace of what do I do? And I'm feeling a little bit maybe in limbo. That's divine timing. That's so you can see things clearly. Because this person is balanced, this other person. And you are too, when you are out of your headspace. When you stop focusing on the past and focus on the present. Yeah, here we go again. So the Hermit card is clarified with the Five of Cups. So up here, Five of Cups, up here, the Five of Cups. So again, this is you in your head trying to see things from a different perspective, trying to understand the bigger picture and not focus so much on what you've lost, because you've been doing that. So now's not the time to continue focusing on what you lost. Time to start focusing on what you have right in front of you. Yep. Okay, King of Wands in reverse with the Hierophant. Lines right up with your past. You have a fear that things aren't going to work out. That's what you're afraid of, because they didn't in the past. That's your fear. That this doesn't have the long-term potential that you've been looking for. That's your fear. Let's find out about this Ace of Wands. I told you this person was balanced, right? So I'm getting the Ace of Wands with the Six of Pentacles. And the Six of Pentacles is all about generosity. This is an equal give and take. This is somebody who is willing to put in the effort and investment into the relationship, who doesn't see this one moment as the entire block of time, who understands things are fluid, that doesn't look at this relationship in moments and say, well, you know, I was selfish in this moment, this other person was selfish in the moment, looks at the bigger picture and says, you know what, overall, it's an equal give and take. This is definitely more of a partnership. And so that's who this person is. That's the energy they're giving off. So, Leo, I hope this reading resonates. If it did, please like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Take care.